Dr. Ramesh Raikar. I am an intervention cardiologist, and thank you very much for the opportunity for speaking on this important topic for the public education. I think everybody needs to know some important facts, that it's quite a common thing, and to quite an extent, if not cured, it can be controlled, and there are treatments available, and even with this we can have a good life. Heart failure is a problem in which our heart is not able to supply the amount of blood which is required incommensurate to the requirement of the body. I mean, whatever is required in the body, our heart is not able to pump that much of blood. And in our country, it is approximately 1-2% of adult population. And there are two types of heart failure. One is when the heart is not able to pump the blood, that is systolic heart failure. And another one is diastolic heart failure, in which heart is not filling properly. And once the heart is not filling properly, it is not able to eject as required. So these are the basic two forms. It's a very good question. Everybody should be aware of it. As we know, hypertension and diabetes is very common. So these are two very important risk factors, like hypertension, that is blood pressure. Second is diabetes. Everybody is aware these days, sugar we call it. Third is coronary artery disease, that is in common language we know a blockage. And third is heart attack, and then some congenital heart diseases. And in some rare cases, high output states also can cause heart failure. And then secondarily also it can be involved and cause heart failure, like sarcoidosis, amyloidosis, things like that. And some drugs like chemotoxic drugs, and they're given to the body, they can also cause heart failure. Yeah, heart failure is actually divided into various stages, A, B, C, D, from people who are at high risk of developing it and to the advanced one, as you can understand from ABCD. And as I told you, the risk factors like hypertension, diabetes, coronary artery disease, they are the people who are at risk. So if we can take care of all these things, we can always take care of our chances of developing heart failure. So that is very important. And lifestyle change is very, very vital, like control on our fluid intake, salt intake, level of activity that we do. So all these things are very, very important apart from the medical treatment. And as far as medical treatment is concerned, what we must realize is that optimal medical treatment is vital. What do we mean by optimal medical treatment? Is the drugs which are prescribed by the doctors, they are an armamentarium of drugs. It is not only a single drug or maybe two or a couple of drugs. It is 4 or 5 drugs which are to be taken in a ritualistic way. That is called optimal, and that too in as prescribed by the doctor. You can't change it as per your requirement. And then it is followed by other treatment like advanced, when the patient develops advanced failure, when the drugs are no more effective. Then we have to give supportive treatment like like CRT, and to help the pump function of the heart, that is called device treatment. In device treatment, there are various types of treatments, like as I told you, CRTD is a very special type of pacemaker, and even if that is not working, then the ultimate in the very, very advanced stages when nothing can be done, heart transplant can be considered. My message is, first, we should always take care of the precursors of heart failure. So just not let it develop. We should always take care of our blood pressure and sugar properly. We should be in regular touch with our doctor. And I think there is a very easily available good blood test, it is NT-proBNP. It is very widely available blood test which can be done if we are suspecting or if we are admitting a patient with heart failure. It can diagnose, it can prognosticate the patient, we can always tell the repeated admissions patient is likely to have and whether our treatment is working or not. So all these things it can help us. So that is very, very important and it is easily available. These are called biomarkers. Apart from that, there are other biomarkers which are also lately coming, but this is one which is known to most of the labs and most of the doctors, even physicians know it. So that is vital. So this is a message that lifestyle should be very much under control. Like we should control our blood pressure, diabetes, salt intake, fluid intake, avoid alcohol, of course no to smoking. And if you've got some medical issues, medical disease, then you must be in contact with your doctor and you should never skip the medication. Take the doctor's advice in toto. Heart failure is not a small thing. A sizable percentage of our population is suffering from it, and if we take it seriously, we can always control it and we can live a healthy life to quite an extent. But we always should remember that the mortality, that is the death, once you are diagnosed with heart failure is a pretty significant number. That is only 50% of the diagnosed people, they are going to live for less than 5 years, approximately 5 years. So we should be very vigilant about all the factors which can lead to heart failure. And if at all it is diagnosed, then we should never ever skip medications. And if possible, we should just move as advised by the doctor for further and advanced treatment so that as far as possible we can control the disease. Making heart stronger is a very basic question. If you are asking me in relation to your heart failure, then of course all the risk factors like blood pressure need to be under control. Your sugar should be tightly controlled if you are a young patient. But even if you are an elderly patient, you should be aware that your sugar should be controlled. Then regarding coronary artery disease, we should be taking medication, we should be doing whatever is being prescribed. If we need PTCA, if we need stenting, if we need bypass, so all these things need to be done. Whatever needs to be done, it should be done in a ritualistic and a proper way, which is as per protocol. It is called a protocolized treatment for heart failure. And that is, apart from that, changing our lifestyle is no less. Nevertheless, it is the most important thing. Apart from having a good medical and device treatment and heart transplantation, we have to be changing our lifestyles in our favor. That's quite vital. We should never forget it. Changing lifestyle means, as I told you, we should be doing regular exercise, avoid smoking, as far as possible, control your alcohol intake, things like that. Now, we are very happy taking a lot of things which contain a huge amount of salts, like pizza. It's a very common thing. We just gulp it down without realizing that it contains a lot of salt of approximately 7 days. So it's not a small thing. If we realize these small things which can be done on daily basis, and another thing that I would like to tell you is obesity. It is very much prevalent and it is one of the very important risk factors. Sorry, I forgot to mention about obesity. It is very, very important and it increases the load in your heart, and of course it is a good and important risk factor. So we should always be vigilant about all these things. Once we control them, of course our heart is going to be healthy. And never forget the importance of exercise. Even if you keep walking, even if you keep standing at the office, I think this is going to work really like wonders.